We are going to season with about 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to do about 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, about 1 teaspoon of black pepper. That might be a little too much. We're just gonna start with that. You're doing 2 tablespoons soy sauce. I'm gonna actually measure this out. And we're gonna do 1 cup of the sweet chili sauce. I am trying this for the first time. I was trying to pick the best option. Super excited to try it. I did get this Thai chili sauce. It's a condiment and dipping sauce. I think I'm gonna save this for the side. I feel like this is more of like a marinade chili sauce, but we'll see. I'm excited to try this. We're going to marinate in 1 cup of sweet chili sauce. So I'm just gonna measure out 1 cup. Now we are just going to pour that over the top. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to be adding 2 teaspoons of ginger paste. Then we are going to do 1 tablespoon minced garlic. You just stick the garlic in here. This is called Dracula, the garlic crusher. The easiest garlic crusher I have ever used. You just spin his head around, move him around like this. Look at that. Literally crushes up your garlic so simply. All right, we're gonna do a little bit more garlic. Okay, now that we have all of our seasonings, we have our ginger paste, our garlic paste, and our sweet chili sauce, I am going to mix this up and let this sit in this marinade. It's good to let it sit for at least an hour. The longer you can let it sit, the better. If you are in a hurry and you have to just stick this in the crock pot, it is okay. But I would recommend doing it on low if you can. Let's say you're needing to get this in before work and you don't have time to let it marinate because you're just throwing, you're getting this together in the morning before you head out the door. Put it on low. That way you have time for it to sit and marinate. When it's on low, it'll be at least a couple hours before it even gets really hot. So that'll give it a chance to marinate in itself. But if you have the time and you're prepping this the night before, let this sit in it. And then the next morning, pour it in the crock pot and let it go. Now I'm gonna cover this and stick it in the fridge. Okie dokie, I just pulled the chicken out of the fridge. It's been marinating for the last 4 hours. I turned the crock pot on high. I have it set at 3.5 hours to give me a half an hour to get this on video and get this prepped. But basically I'm gonna be layering this into the crock pot. Okay, so we are going to take the chicken now and we are going to pour that into the crock pot. Dipped out the bowl because we don't wanna waste any of that sauce. Now I have the chicken with the marinade in the bottom of the crock pot. Now I'm going to take my frozen broccoli and I am going to pour this on top. And I'm going to take my bag of bell peppers to layer the bell peppers all over the top. And lastly, I'm gonna be adding in a half of onion. Oh, I need to cut these pieces a little bit better. Okie dokie, we have the onion in here, the bell pepper, the broccoli, and the marinated chicken in the marinade. I am going to close this lid and I'm gonna cook it on high for 3 hours. I'll leave it here at 315. It should be done at that point. I may let it go a little bit longer. We will see around then. But this is such an easy dinner that you can throw together in under 30 minutes. Set it and forget it. I can't wait to share this with you, so stay tuned to see how this turns out in just a little bit. Today, I'm gonna be pairing this with some Jasmine Easy Ready Rice. You just have to stick this in the microwave for 90 seconds. Normally, I would do brown rice, but we were out of that. So I just added these to our online order. Super convenient. I love using things like this when I'm just in a hurry. Perfect when you're pairing it with an easy, ready to go crock pot meal. So make sure to stay tuned till the end. Subscribe if you're not already. I can't wait to see how this turns out and share it with you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to heat this up and all you have to do is squeeze the pouch to separate the rice, which I already did on one. You can see here that it's stuck together. So you're just going to separate it like that. And then we're going to tear a 1 inch And now you do 90 seconds for one or 2.5 minutes for two. So I'm gonna put these in for 2.5 minutes. That is looking good in there. Just went out and cut some green onions from our garden. Look at how massive these are. My gosh. Green onions are so easy to grow. All right, I'm gonna go in here and just move all of this around and get this all mixed together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the chicken and the vegetables out of the juice and I'm gonna toss it in more of the sweet chili sauce. Heated up the sweet chili sauce, so now I am going to pour that over the top. Take this and toss that like that. More of the sweet chili sauce. Ooh-wee. Now I am going to just literally make it super easy. Okay, just spread it out a little bit. Have it. Look how delicious that looks.